Anyway, make a little mental intention to take some time, give some space, relax, clear away any mental debris, emotional debris, and find some peace. Maybe wiggle your legs out. Welcome if you're joining on YouTube. It's nice to have you. It's Sunday Sacred Self-Care class, New Year's Eve division edition. Maybe swallow once, circle your jaw around, relax your face. We've had a heck of a year. A lot has happened. A lot of water went under the bridge. We're fortunate for this week between Christmas and New Year's to settle, relax, introspect, let go. And now with this New Year's weekend and Monday, just relax and clear things out. Nice deep breath together. No rush. Now, since it is the New Year's Eve edition and you're relaxing on your back, perhaps just a gentle review of your year and any milestones, any highlights, also any losses, any precious ones that left. Just permission to acknowledge, recognize, and release. Maybe take your breath more deeply into your body as we scan around inside of ourselves. Was it the best year you ever? Was it the most challenging one? Did you make progress? Did you upward spiral? Did you feel like you remained stuck or static? Did you actually tilt downward? These are honest questions we can ask ourselves. If we're not honest with ourselves, we don't really have much of a chance. Another way to review is simply feel whatever you feel. Go into your guts, your center of your body, breathe what you feel what you breathe, and we're always feeling the consequence of the life we've been living so far. All of this introspection is not to indulge in it or amplify it, but simply to release it, surrender it, let it go so that we could move forward into fresh new adventures together. Couple more minutes on the back, breathe in your feels, feel in your breathes, doing any review of the year that you feel is appropriate, necessary. Okay, now the great prayer of acceptance. I accept exactly the year that I just completed this time around the sun. I accept exactly who I am, where I've arrived, what I have, what I'm doing, and what my circumstances and conditions are. I accept it all exactly the way that it is. That's quite a bold and courageous prayer, but now we get to take the biggest inhale of the whole year so far. Big, big, big inhale. Exhale, let the whole year go. Let it go. All the ups, all the downs, all the ins, all the outs, all the triumphs, all the tribulations. Let it go. And let's be calm and empty souls for a few minutes, a few moments. We're the space, we're the conscious space within which the adventure of life takes place. This is one of the greatest realizations is we participate in the adventures, but we are not them. We are something greater, larger, infinitely more all-encompassing. We are calm, peaceful souls. And a large component of today's practice is just to develop an internal feeling of the best is yet to be, a healthy spiritual sense of optimism, a feeling that our greater years are out in front of us. So begin to breathe and gently conjure the sense that my best years are ahead of me. I've lived all this amazing adventure in order to upgrade, uplift, advance, and to evolve. A few moments of breathing and feeling that. Good. Now, one more really big inhale. Exhale, let that go, and gently wiggle your fingers and toes and viscerally, energetically conjure a feeling of well being, optimism, and healthy anticipation, and circulate it through your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Good. Now, arms up to the ceiling, stretch your arms up over your head, kind of writhe around on the floor I guess we might call it a euphoric, ecstatic, feel good, stretchy, first thing in the morning, happy feeling. Don't forget to put that mirthful expression on your face. The brain follows the face. When we smile, we release positive chemistry into our bloodstream. Good. Now pull your knees into your chest and roll around a little bit on your back. Roll this way and that. Just get a little movement going. Good. Other way. Okay, friends, and then let's sit up together, shall we? And I'd like to extend Very happy New Year's Eve to all of my friends. It's great to see you. A really good turnout of my Zoom friends, and more people are checking out the YouTube live stream, whether it's live or recorded. There's a lot of ways to get here, but what matters most is that you're seeking something and that you're participating in an environment with other humans who want to upgrade, uplift, and evolve. It's important to participate, engage with others of like mind, like high mind, I guess we might say. Anyway, my name is Greg. A lot of you already know that, but if you're just cruising by, this class is designed to really practice peace. And oftentimes we practice a lot of activity in our life. That's a good thing. I like the kind of yoga where I do cartwheels and backflips and I hang from chandeliers and such. I dig that. But I've learned in my life, I've been around a little while, that I need specific practices during the week simply to calm down and to slow down and to be patient. It's very challenging for me. I tend to be kind of a wiggly, frisky, sometimes restless person. So God assigned yoga to me, and I'm trying. Nice deep breath together. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes. Oftentimes, one of the hardest things for me to do is to simply sit and to sit still. I want to look at my phone. I want to open my eyes. I want to look for beautiful things. I want to think about everything. I want to figure everything out. I want to have the answer to everything. I want to come up with clever schemes, plans, and ideas and inflict them on the world. And every now and then, my wiser self says, relax, put the oars down, and float downstream for a couple minutes, Greg. Then my body might start poking at me. My knee itches, my nose wants to be scratched, my cat needs a pet, is all these different things, and I just try to quell that with my breath. Then with my eyes closed, that I imagine there could be a velociraptor or a dinosaur in my living room, and I better look to make sure. But no, I just keep my eyes closed. I keep breathing, trusting, surrendering, cultivating the thought that what's the best that could happen? Instead of being eaten by a dinosaur, maybe everything is always working out for me. Good, just a couple more breaths, I promise. I promise something, okay? Of course, this is the most important pose, stillness and silence. Probably the hardest one for most people. Okay, now we'll bring our hands into our hearts, and wherever you are on the belief scale, God, love, source, infinite higher organizing principle, whatever you like to be called, as long as you're called upon, bless us with the ability to appreciate, recognize this past year, and to let it go, and to recognize the kaleidoscope of experiences always turning, and that the best is yet to be. May the practice today infuse us with inspiration, guidance, light, and wisdom, that we might be the best we can be in this world. Om, amen, shalom. Okay, we'll chant Om together. Big inhale. Feel that. Feel a warm elixir of relaxation, peace, and trust spread from head to toes, and from nose back up to toes, to nose. I suppose. We are calm, peaceful souls. Very good. Now we're going to, in the word spiritual is the word ritual. So there are ritual movements that we do. And I'd like to start with this throat thing. So lace your hands, thumbs up. I'm just going to smooth my thumbs down the side of my throat, my neck. This is where the throat chakra is, if you're a chakra believing person. I believe in energy centers in our body by all means. And I think when those energy centers are open and flowing, that a positive joy of life is cultivated and experienced. And when those energy centers are blocked, then things go haywire. So we'll intelligently release these energy points. Good. That feels good. Some things today actually feel good. Take your opposable thumbs underneath the corner of your jaw. Right there is a little soft spot. Now, relax your face down into your hands. Smear your hands all over your face. And massage your thumbs provocatively underneath your jawbone. The unexamined body is not worth living in. And there's a little button in there, pops your head off. Good, now hold steady pressure in there for about 8 seconds. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. Good, relax your hands down. Isn't that an unusual instruction? Everywhere else you go, the news, the internet, start thinking about this. But in this class, stop thinking. Drop your chin, take your head around 6 times. 1. Now I'm all for thinking, but not every single second, a trillion miles an hour. Then we have a thinking problem and we have to go to a 28-day program for a thinking problem. 4, 5, 6. And now, does your head go the other way? 1. Relax your hair. 3, 4, 5. Good, now relax your head down relaxedly for about 20 seconds. Stretches the back of your neck, creates a little constriction at the back of our throat. We might make ujjayi breathing, that soft, whispery seashell sound at the back of our throat. Practicing peace. Why does Greg say stop thinking? Well, 1, maybe I will and I'll accrue the benefits. But in yoga it says bliss, ecstasy, is when the movement of the mind is quelled or terminated. So when thinking slows down, paradoxically, brilliantly enough, a particular kind of bliss can flow into us that's otherwise obstructed by the firewall of continuous, cacophonous, calamitous caterwauling of our mind. Stop thinking. Good. Now, energy pressure point work, just go like this. This is my favorite instruction. I don't explain anything. I just say go like this. I'm currently working with 7 music teachers. I've fired 13 of them because they say go like this, and I need more. But you get what I'm saying. Okay, now cat's going purr, 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 purr. Same thing down in here, purr, purr. Smush and push. Right down into your hip joint, stretching them wrists. What does this do? I don't care what it does. It feels good, especially when you do it with your friends. Good. Now, shoulders go up, over and around and down, and I'm pushing down as my shoulders go over the top. This pose is over the top. Now, at any moment during my class, and this is exclusive to my yoga and no one else in the world that teaches it, so only study with me, but exclusive to my yoga is bliss could break out at any moment and you would be astonished and like, wow, where'd this come from? Actually, that's not exclusive to me. Good, now I'm going to push down, straighten my arms, drop my chin, and I'm going to push myself down into the floor so I don't inadvertently levitate. My problem is inadvertent levitation. I'll be at church or school or actually, I don't go to church or school, but I'll start floating around. So push myself down. This is church for me. I'm all for going to church. Okay, kids, now I want you to shape your paws like this. And I want you to go like this. Go like this. That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Now do it down here. Now you have a mustard packet in your right pocket and a ketchup packet in your left pocket. Try saying that at all, much less fast, but squish them. A mustard packet and yeah, I said it right the first time. I'm not even going to try again. Good, now back up over, around and down. Now maybe you have some tension in your life that's built up in your neck, maybe in your neck, back, and shoulders. Oh, man, I don't know what I've been up to in my life, but I got some stuff back there. Maybe I worry too much or fret. I used to, I'm okay now, but it backs up in our body. And then some yoga will begin to break it up, dissipate it like a frozen river in Canada. Spring comes along, and before you know it, salmon are swimming. Good, now I'm gonna push down, straighten my arms, drop my chin, gonna lean forward and stretch my wristies. Don't forget to drop your chin and make ujjayi, soft breathing, whispery seashell sound at the back of your throat. Be unusually happy because no, I need everything to line up in my life perfectly. Otherwise, I really can't be satisfied. Oh, okay. All right. Good. All right. Now, something perhaps more fun. I'm all for fun. I'm a big fun guy, but fun guy makes me sound like I'm a mushroom. I'm a fun guy. Side to side. Other way. Isn't this a cool movement? You do it with your friends once or twice a week with me, and before you know it, you're healthy, happy, frisky, strong. Okay, now, can we just shake away 2023? Yeah, it had some good times. It had some bad times. But you know what? It's in the rearview mirror, rapidly getting smaller. And there's a reason why the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield, because we're supposed to look forward, right? Or at least where we are. Hello, 2024. Hello, new friends, new ideas, fresh new insight, abundance, supply, inspiration, guidance, things from out of left field, exhilaration, jubilation, astonishment, growth, evolution, development, brilliance, beauty, education, love. Maybe the world could use some of that from us. Inhale and out. And let's poof together, up your back, behind your neck, and a big group poof. Poofing by yourself is okay. This is better. Up your back, behind your neck. Poof. Now, if you do enough yoga and enough spiritual practice, you don't need evidence anymore because you then have poof. If you want to get a big headache, go on YouTube and watch the debates between atheists and believers. Oh my God. If If you're ever just having a good day and you actually want to have a headache, go on YouTube and watch debates. Instead, how about some poof? How about some spiritual experience? Now, one of the things I do for spiritual experience is I do Sheryl Crow's side to side, and I twist my arms at the same time. I don't really get involved in that debate anymore. I've set my mind on the fact I believe we're spiritual beings having a material experience, that we're eternal and infinite, and that we're always growing and developing, and it's the best possible scenario, and only a wonderful creator could have made such a thing. That's just how I see it, side to side. You get to believe what you get to believe. Ah, my arms. Ah, let's do a forward fold. What do you think? Come on down with me. Now, my hair has had a tough year. I'm just going to relax my hair. Going to kind of wag my shag a little bit. Going to pull the pin out of my hair, shake it out a little. Going to waddle my buns back a little. And a wonderful massage therapist is going to put their hands on my shoulder blades and relax my shoulder blades apart. Maybe give me a good kitty on my neck. Stop thinking. It's a pretty cool thing to make it around the sun one more time. We get X number of orbits, don't we? We're going to be somewhere forever, but not here forever. So while we're here, let's fulfill our charter and our assignment by bringing as much light and love into the world as we're capable. Now from fingertips, long spine, inhale, look forward, bright 24. It's an even year. Last year was an odd year. Exhale. Now, if your elbows fit on a block or on the floor, please do so. And I want you to massage your forehead with your prayer hands. Gently massage your third eye open. Other way. Good. Now, with your prayer hands parked at your forehead, hold still, and let's use our imagination. You use yours, I'll use mine. Imagine a beautiful future scenario in your mind, whatever comes to mind. Suddenly, I see myself flying in a small plane with my pilot's license. I don't know why that came up. What do you see that's wonderful, outrageous, too good to be true, could never happen? If we're going to visualize, let's do it positively. Good, that's sufficient. Please come up. All right, now take your paws behind you and let's go buns up, shall we? Champagne. It's New Year's Eve, so tonight the ball drops. Today the ball lifts up. A little higher. Oh, I am sore from riding my new exercise bike. And come on down. Switch across your legs. So I got one of them new spin bikes, not a Peloton, but I felt guilty for just sitting and riding it. So I built a bench on top where I could put a keyboard so I could practice my scales while I'm riding my bike. See how I have to relax every now and then? Come on down, kids. I've got to play my scales and my arpeggios while I'm riding my bike. What was that song from a few years ago? Was it Third Eye Blind? She listens to Mozart while she does Taebo. Now I'm over at your house, hands on your shoulder blades, spread your shoulder blades apart, relax your armpits down. Breathe. We're all breathing the same air together. Now let's walk our hands over to the right to stretch our side seam a little bit. Keep your left hip attached. If you're really bendy bear, you can put left hand on right hand. If you're just kind of middle of the road guy like me, you can just keep your hands apart, relax your chin, more feeling, less thinking. Inhale here, friends. And let's sojourn over to the other side, one paw print at a time. You decide if you like your right hand on your left. Maybe you lean into your right side rib cage a little, stretch them tight, little guys. It's no individual movement, it's the synchronicity, it's the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Do you believe that you're a spiritual being? Do you believe that you're a spiritual being having a material experience? Not everybody thinks that way. Some people think that they're material beings having a material experience. Nothing wrong with that. I like people like that. They keep the trains going and the electricity flowing in many cases. Inhale here. Walk your hands back to the center. And come on up. Now make yoga fists because we're strong and healthy. Put them here in champagne bottoms and non-alcoholic new rears. Lift up. Grind up a little higher just for me. Chest up too, head back. And come on down. All right. I like where this is going. I like where 24 is going. Okay, now take your soft right fingertips and tilt coconuts to the right. Now, maybe you're watching this for the first time and you're thinking, we should do more than this. This isn't enough. I have to actually play scales when I'm riding the exercise bike. How about this is plenty? This is plenty. Drop your chin. We don't have to create power or goodness. We align ourselves with it. When you discover that, life is so much less effortful. It's not moving rocks in a wheelbarrow from one side of the yard to the other endlessly. It's not the myth of Sisyphus, continuously rolling a rock up a hill, only to have it go back down the other side. When you align with energy, you're always evolving, you're always growing. You get much more return on investment. Relax your mouth. Your grandma grabs your mouth and shakes your mouth like when you were a little kid, you didn't like it so much. Okay, and we'll tilt pumpkins back up and decide. Our movements will continuously get slower, more peaceful, maybe even more pleasurable. Deeply pleasurable, not superficially pleasurable. The other night I stayed up till about 2:30. I didn't have to get up. Knew this is weird week, and I went to Safeway. I got a pint of ice cream, and then I watched YouTube for about an hour and a half, and I felt like such utter complete crap when I was done. It was like, okay, that's some superficial pleasure. I learned my lesson. It's not like I robbed a bank or something or stole a car, but still the path narrows. Good kitty cats. Now bring the pumpkin back up. Regular yoga inhale. Now make a little tent on top of your head. Close your eyes and visualize your hands arcing a beautiful beam of light straight down into your head. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube for the first time and you think it's hilarious. There's a bunch of rainbow unicorn people arcing light into their head, but maybe you're actually mistaken and you're missing something by being skeptical and cynical. Inhale here. Exhale, spread that light everywhere. Pretty soon we'll see that light. Then up your back, one more Om, and we'll change position, shall we? Inhale up your back. Get ready to Om super long. Prayer hands at the heart. Drop your chin. We are calm, peaceful souls. One calm and peaceful soul counteracts 1,000,000 frantic, angry people. So the world needs you right now. You have a big job in next year is to counteract what's obviously going to be a very turbulent year with your peace, your wisdom, your calm, your trust, your faith. Okie doke. All right. Let's do the all fours things for some cats and cows, shall we? Get some nice, smooth, rhythmic cats and cows going on. Maybe your cat will show you how to do it if you don't know how to do cats and cows. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, every morning, besides my cat jumping into bed and swacking me on the face, he does this. He keeps his hips high and he stretches out nice and long. He's better at it than I am, I have to admit. And we're just going to rest in this pose. You could be on one side of your head or the other, but your buns stay high and you just wait for it. If it's too much, you can always bring your elbows down or something, but we're yinning it, Y-I-N. Why we in this pose so long? Letting it sink in. Are you bored? Do you want to go shopping? What's on TV? How about we could gossip a little bit? We could go get some ice cream and watch YouTube, and let's not. Of course, you're watching this maybe on YouTube, but this is good for you. Good, come up. Oh, ho, ho. Lord's a leaping. Now, I'm going to have my hands kind of out in front, my knees back, and I'm going to have a happy new rear right here. I'm going to circumnavigate my globes, take them around. Maybe your movement is big and amazing, and maybe it's kind of small and Puritan, but whatever it is, just circle them. Do it other way. Get 23 out of our system. 7, 8. Okay, now we'll stabilize to a good, stable all fours position. I'm just going to take my right ear and my right shoulder down to the floor. Now, the cool thing about this pose is that it's cool, but it's a twist, it's a forward fold, it's a neck stretch, it's a shoulder release, it's an inversion. It's like the Swiss Army knife of yoga. Now, if it's not too much weight on your neck, shoulders, and spine, you can take your left arm up and snake it around behind your back. And if you got one of them long arms and narrow waistbands, you can take your left hand inside your right thigh. But this is the class for mortals, so just let's pretend we fell asleep in this pose. It kind of cooks our brain too, because I don't know, I could be practicing scales, I could be working out, I could wash some clothes, I could clean my house, I could write thank you cards. No, just do some yoga, relax your mind. Release into power and energy much greater than ourselves. Intelligence. Plus, there's some challenge to this pose. There's a lot of body weight being utilized on our joint systems. So it's hecka good for you. Okay, left arm up if it went way up around behind your back. Bring it down. Come out. Dos gatos y dos vacas if you speak Espanol. Ups and downs. Okay, left arm out and sweep that thing under. Left ear, left shoulder. There you go. Think about this pose, man. It's a twist, shoulder release, neck stretch, inversion, forward fold. Now, if you like, your right arm can go up, snake way around behind your back. And now, tied up and twisted, Dave Matthews says. Okay, if your right arm went up around behind you, bring it out, bring it down. Come up and out. Now spin your hands around backwards with external rotation, so thumbs on the outside, little fingers on the inside. Fold your toes under much more than me, because I admit that I have toes that don't fold. It's a weird thing for a yoga teacher, amongst my other very many weird things. But then just sit back and put your butt on your heels with your toes folded under and your hands turned backwards. Little kids can do this pose fully. They can buns on heels, toes folded under, wrists bend to 80 degrees. Drop your chin. Feel your feels. It's okay to be average. Good. Now turn your ruined hands forward. And then we're going to lay on our front parts like this. Now, when I hang out with my other 60-year-old guy friends, because I'm always hanging out with my 60-year-old guy friends a lot, and we watch football together, we watch football in this position. We lay on our bellies and we bend our knees. Now, next time you see a 60-year-old guy doing this, it'll be somewhat rare, because when we guys get together, we never do this, but Teenagers watch TV like this because the front of their body isn't ruined yet, and it's natural. Have you ever noticed young people, they'll just lay there with their legs up because it feels good. So I'm sorry if it doesn't feel good, but if it doesn't, you're in the right place. Cross your right forearm in front of you. Signal a left turn. Your turn signals are broken. And reach back and just grab your foot. Now, if you can't grab your foot, there's still hope for you, okay? One of the tests when you die and you're in the heaven waiting room, they don't make you do this to see if you're going to get in. But while you're on earth, this will make earth better, okay? So if you can't grab yet, you might one of these days. Now, if you're just tight as a boiled owl, you might just lift your chest up a little bit, drop your chin. Now, if you want to lift your leg, if you're a 13-year-old Romanian gymnast, your leg could conceivably come all the way up and you could tickle the back of your head with your left tippy toes. I shan't be doing that, but I don't want to impede your progress neither. Now, if you're honest with yourself, and you should be, you're probably like, yeah, if I just take my time, this will begin to stretch parts of me that I never stretch. And that is sufficient. Let go that side. You can let that leg down if you want for momentary mercy. I have a high pain threshold for other people's pain. Right arm out, palm forward, thumb up, and reach back, grasp a foot. This is the most controversial, difficult range of motion for most normal humans because after about the age of 6, this goes away, okay? We sit in chairs all day long, work chairs, office chairs, high chairs in my case. So the front of the body atrophies and we become, a technical term, we become a hot mess in our body. So just, if you want to lift it up, you're really bendy, you just feel free. But if I just grab my foot and then push my foot back away from me, it gently lifts my chest. And then I drop my chin, I close my eyes, and I might be thinking to myself, this isn't my favorite pose of the class today. It's opening up my shoulder. Maybe if you're older than 30, stuff has gotten a little tight up here. Most of you look not a day over 30, I will admit. By the way, if you do yoga with me, you look amazing and way younger than your chronological age. So sign up for all my classes. Good, now let go of that one for a sec. Got to look out for my cat tree. Got cat toys back there. There we go. All right, now, how about just elbows and lift your hands. Keep your knees down and counter pose by lifting your guts and dropping your chin. I want your belly button to pull up to your spine. I want you to drop your chin, and I want you to, somebody's going to take a picture of you in a two-piece, and I want you to suck your guts in, okay? I have a cool two-piece I'm looking forward to wearing. Drop your chin. Good, you guys. Now let it down. Can you grab both feet at the same time? If you can't, then don't. Grab them both. Now just rest on your left ear. Just rest on your left ear with your feet grabbed. This is not the kind of class where I'm going to ask you to pull your whole self up off of the floor. Just hang on to your feet. Maybe let your feet relax back and rest on your left ear. This is yin yoga, okay? Let your pubic bone sink down into the floor. Ungrip your hiney a little. Right ear. Breathe. Breathing is always good advice while we're here. Okay, now face down. Just a mild little lift, just mild chest and legs up. Just mild, okay? We can go crazy later in the year. Maybe around May, we'll go crazy together. And release. Let go of your legs and relay on your left ear. Jiggle your legs. Wiggle your bottom a little bit. Wiggly jigglies. Right ear again. Relax your neck. Okay, kitty cats. That was a good sequence. I like that. Let's come up out of that. I wish I did have a bunch of 60-year-old male friends that like to watch football like that, but I don't. But I've got a lot of gal friends that like to, and so I don't know. I'm glad I'm a yoga teacher. So what I'm going to do, one more little sequence here. I'm going to lay on my back. I'm just going to take one yoga block. You could do two if you want, but I just want you to put a block from your belt line down. It's not a, see how it's not underneath my kidneys? That feels like SH asterisk T. I don't like that. I want it underneath my sacrum down here. Now, if you're insanely bendy, I could lift up higher and put two, but I just, it's Sunday and I want to calm down a little bit. Knees in, legs up. With this nice arch of my lower back. And then I move my breathing to my belly button, further down from my chest. I close my eyes, and we just enjoy a counter pose from being on our belly, obviously. And we calm our nervous system down from doing a little bit of that exciting foot grabbing stuff. And about a minute of Viparita Karani. No rush. Drain 2023 out of our head. Imagine we have a little valve on the top of our head. We unscrew it, and now the whole year, the whole life we've had so far drains out. We make room for fresh, interesting, unexpected, thrilling, exciting, interesting, enthusiastic new experience. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to let my legs begin to drift over my body, but I'm going to keep that block right on my waistband, right on my cute little sacral dimples. We're not going into shoulder stand. I'm not going to lift my butt and bring my legs all the way over. I'm just going to keep my hips down, let my legs fold over my body. I'm going to get a gentle, reasonable hamster stretch. I'm not putting any pressure on my back, and I'm getting all the benefits of a forward fold. I'm a very average, run-of-the-mill forward folder. It's not my best skill. If you'd like to know my best talents and skills, you have to join my Patreon page. Just kidding. My best skill is a life coach and life teacher. I like having transformational conversations. Visit my website, upwardspiralyoga.com. That's what I'm best at. Am I tooting my own horn? Yeah, kind of. But I like my yoga. I like moving. I like keeping my body healthy and frisky. You feel this beautiful, slow, patient stretch. This is really good forward folding for most of us humans. Now legs back up, and let's say goodbye to 2023 by doing the splits. Legs out to the side as wide as they go. It was good, but I'm done with you, 2023. This is another pose I don't do with my mid 60-year-old guy friends. No one else wants to do this. I do though, because I like keeping my southern hemisphere healthy and frisky and strong. Okay, now squeeze thy legs back together. Wrap your left thigh over your right. Most of you can put your left ankle underneath your right ankle and then drift your right foot down to the floor. I made this pose up. It's good for tight hip flexors, tight ribs, tight guts, tight lower back, just releases everything. I'm going to turn my block up one size higher, so I kind of rip open my hip flexors a little more. Good, then I'm going to take my arms up over my head, and I'm going to relax for 1 minute. If you don't really feel this one, you could always slide a second block underneath you. I'll leave that up to you. I trust you. I trust you. What a nice stretch for the back of my neck, a release of my throat so I can sing more pretty. I'm going to kind of rock my hips left and right, and that just goes deep into my subterranean caverns of emotional holding and energetic explosiveness, whatever the hell that means. Good, now let's bring our knees back in. Take feety pies back up to ceiling, so we're squealing. One more splits. Now this split says hello to 2024. Good, now wrap your right thigh over your left. Snake your right ankle underneath your lefty ankle and drift left foot back down to the floor. Okay, 1 minute, then we're pretty much done. Relax, things are always working out for us. We don't have to create good. We align ourselves with it. What a relief. You don't have to be God. You can let God be God. What a thought. In the beginning, God, not in the beginning, me. If you ever open a spiritual book and it starts with, in the beginning, me, then get ready for a rough ride in that book. Good, now let's bring our knees in. Let's uncross them. Let's put our feety pies back on the floor. Let's bring our arms down by the side of our body. Now, let's lift our hips up as high as we can, just because it's new New Year's Eve, lift up and drift thy bottom down. Oh, it's the Times Square ball. Feet together, knees out for a sec, relax the hips, groins, buttocks. Okay, and then we'll sit up for conclusion together, my good friends. I like taking roll after a long sequence like that. Everybody's congratulations. You guys are good cats. Left leg out, right ankle over, fold left shin under. If this pose doesn't work for you, a lot of poses don't work for me. So I've had to modify. I spend my whole life modifying harder poses so that I could do them and translate them to my friends. That was a fun life. I'm not done. Arms out. Right arm under. Hug yourself. Fold your arms up. And then Greg's famous elbows ups and downs and lefts and right to dig out the demons hiding underneath our shoulder blades. Do you realize how many people don't do this? How happy they'd be if they did? Good. Now elbows, chest, face all the way to the right as far as you can. Turn your face all the way to the left. Tilt your head to the left. Drop your chin. Close your eyes. We are calm, blissful souls. Lift them elbows. You're holding the baby. Lift the baby up away from the alligator. I didn't have this baby, so I could feed it to an alligator. Man, did you have to work hard with your kids? Thank you for doing that. I didn't have any kids, probably the most selfish thing in the world. So I'm trying to make up for it by teaching some yoga. I forgot to have kids. I don't know what happened. Good. Now bring it back to the center. I would have had some cute ones too. Okay, release. Massage the middle, center, bottom of your feet. Guess I still could, but I got some other priorities. Massage middle, center, bottom of your feet. Maybe as a guy, you should just knock it off and do something else. Okay, let's chant an Om together. Big inhale. You guys sound wonderful. Right leg out, lefty ankle over righty knee. Fold righty shin under or any cross-legged position if this isn't your fave. Big hugs. Did you get enough hugs in 23? 24 is the year of good, deep, healing hugging. Left arm under, folds them up. Then ups and downs, left and right, circles, get any crinkle dents out of your... I'm not sure I'm getting them all out in this lifetime before I leave this body, but I'm going to work on it. Good. Now elbows, chest, face all the way to the left as far as you can. You're spinning our torso, getting a twist. Turn your face all the way to the right. Tilt your head to the right. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Lift the baby up away from the crocodile. My baby. I suspect being a parent brings about a certain type of development and maturity that I probably could have used, but oh well. Good. Now slide hands out to elbows. We'll reframe a little bit before we're done. Ah, I like working my elbows behind my head like my other 60-year-old guy friends can't. There's one thing I like being, it's superior to my, just kidding, side side. Ah, okay, bring paws down. Back thumbs, middle center, feet bottom. English not well speaking. Dig in deep, you guys. Hold strong, steady pressure. Close your eyes and make a triangle of light between the middle center bottom of your feet and your third eye, and visualize peace, love, bliss, joy through your body and out into the world. Okay, one more chant of Om and we'll do Shavasana together. Big, big inhale with me. Prayer hands. God, love, source, infinite, amazing glory, bless us one and all. Okay, and I'll hold time and space for you while you relax on your back. And you can do Shavasana with bolsters and blankets, pillows and comforters. And for about 5 minutes, I'm just going to hold a little space for you. Good job, you guys. You done good. I will give you the New Year's Eve checklist of bliss. Jiggle your legs a couple of times. Lift your left and right bun and wiggle any dents out of your bottom. Then left and right shoulder blade, get any crinklies out of your shoulder blades. Lengthen the back of your neck. Relax your jaw, swallow once. Circle your jaw around. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your gums. Soften your nose. Eyes roll back. And the pose begins now. Feel free to leave your body if you like. Yogis do it all the time. Very natural. Let your spirit energy body drift out through your skin. very healing. Bonus New Year's Eve, extra super relaxing minutes. Okay, my friends, stay in the pose, relax even more, enjoy this nice blending of soul and spirit. And just gently listen for a moment. Perhaps one of the greatest things we could do to lead to a wonderful new year would be to come into even more alignment, coordination, coherence, connection with a power greater than ourselves. So at the end of this year, we might cultivate a deep sense of surrender, humility, willingness, and invitation right now to invite in God, love, source, being, infinite, nameless, whatever you call it. And at the conclusion of this year and on the precipice of a new year, if you'd like now, you can invite in God, love, source, spirit more than ever. God, love, source, I empty myself and invite you in. May I come into ever greater alignment, coordination, experience, expression, and expansion of your perfect goodness. Amen. Good. Now, if you prayed that little prayer with me, you might wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate a gigantic infusion of love, light, bliss, and joy through yourself. Nice deep breath back in your beautiful bodysuit. Good. Curl onto your right side nice and slow. Take your time. Good. Now, please keep your eyes closed as you sit up. It keeps what I like to call the creamy filling on the inside. Energetically, we're perfectly and infinitely, eternally connected. And oftentimes it's easier to feel that than it is to see it. We will see it one day, I promise. Hands into our heart, drop our chin. If I go deep into me and you go deep into you, and we all go deep into we all come to the same place together. We know that. We know that. Now we feel it. We experience it. From that place, all together we say, Namaste. Happy New Year's Eve. Please be safe and sane. Is that another holiday? But be definitely this one. And be reasonable this evening. I'm sure you will be. And I'll see you in the new year. And YouTubers, please like and subscribe. My New Year's resolution is to have 1 million subscribers. So please share. I have a long way to go, but miracles are possible.